Tournaments. Welcome to this video titled Trump Tax Law Explained: Who Really Benefits and Who Suffers the Most?
This summer, a major U.S. tax law known as the One Big Beautiful Bill reshaped the nation's economy. The law permanently The new law extends tax cuts that were set to expire, adding deductions for workers and seniors. Supporters say the changes, but the impact of the law is uneven, creating clear winners and losers across the economy. Traditional industries are benefiting, while along the Gulf Coast, one family-owned business is expanding rapidly. Gulf Distributing operates across Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi. The company recently opened a massive new distribution facility. The project represents a nearly $70 million investment. The advanced automation is central to the facility's operations. Technology improves efficiency, safety, and inventory management. A key advantage comes from 100% bonus depreciation. Businesses can deduct equipment costs immediately. That improves cash flow and accelerates future investment. The company plans further expansion using these savings. The law also locks in a major tax break for pass-through businesses. That deduction significantly lowers owners' tax bills. Estate tax changes now provide long-term certainty for family businesses. Owners say it protects businesses for future generations. But those tax cuts had to be paid for somewhere. Lawmakers cut back funding for clean energy incentives. Several renewable energy tax credits are now shrinking or disappearing. The shift is already reshaping the solar market. Near New Orleans, a solar company is feeling the impact. Solar Alternatives installs residential and commercial systems. Without credits, solar systems become far more expensive. Costs can reach tens of thousands of dollars. Homeowners must act before the credit expires. Demand is surging ahead of the deadline. Solar companies warn of layoffs ahead. Smaller firms may struggle to survive. In hurricane-prone areas, solar also means resilience. Backup power keeps communities running. For many solar businesses, the future remains uncertain. Projects may shrink or disappear. The law reflects competing visions of economic growth. Policy choices shape business outcomes. As businesses adjust, the effects of this tax law will last for years. In tax policy, every decision creates Supporters say the law has boosted business confidence nationwide. Companies are signaling plans to expand. Some companies say savings are going back to workers. Training and retention remain key priorities. Industry groups played a key role in shaping the legislation. Advocacy helped secure long-term tax certainty. Local communities are also feeling the effects. Jobs and investment ripple outward. Expansion also strengthens regional supply chains. Logistics activity is picking up. Not all small businesses are benefiting equally. Some face rising costs and uncertainty. Supporters say permanence enables long-term planning. Certainty changes investment decisions. Clean energy companies are now adjusting their strategies. Projects are becoming smaller and fewer. The law has reignited a broader economic debate. Critics and supporters remain divided. As the economy adjusts, the story continues to evolve. The long-term impact is still unfolding. Investors are closely watching how the law reshapes business decisions. Markets are reacting sector by sector. The law's effects vary widely by region. Local economies respond differently. Manufacturers say tax certainty supports long-term planning. Investment is returning to domestic production. Some firms report greater workforce stability. Retention has become a priority. Capital spending has surged in several industries. New equipment is coming online. The energy market is adjusting to new incentives. Traditional energy is gaining ground. Consumers may also feel indirect effects. Prices and wages could shift. Economists remain divided on the long-term impact.
Opinions vary widely. Edward Define search.
Future policy changes remain a risk. Political shifts could alter the landscape again. So far, the law has reshaped incentives across the economy. Its effects continue to unfold. Large corporations are reassessing their long-term strategies. Tax certainty is changing planning horizons. Several firms have announced new expansion plans. New facilities are already under development. Financing conditions remain a key factor. Borrowing costs still influence investment decisions. Mid-sized firms show mixed results under the new law. Outcomes vary by sector. Hiring trends show modest gains in some industries. Employers remain cautious. Technology spending continues to rise. Automation is a top priority. Rural communities are seeing varied effects. Investment is unevenly distributed. Attention is now turning to what comes next. Future adjustments remain possible. The long-term effects of this law will shape business decisions for years. America's economic story continues. Environmental concerns remain part of the debate. Opinions differ sharply. Small business owners are expressing mixed reactions. Benefits vary widely by sector. Wages are becoming a growing concern for employers. Labor costs remain elevated. Economic effects differ between rural and urban areas. Local conditions shape outcomes. Some firms report productivity gains from new investments. Technology is driving efficiency. Supply costs remain a challenge for many businesses. Logistics pressures persist. Consumer confidence shows early signs of movement. Spending patterns may shift. Interest rates remain a critical factor. Borrowing decisions are under scrutiny.
Companies are reassessing risk management strategies. Uncertainty drives caution.
Policymakers are already reviewing the law's effects. Adjustments could come later. At this midpoint, the law's impact is becoming clearer, but the full story is still unfolding. Businesses are now focusing on long-term investment decisions. Certainty allows for broader planning.
Companies are adjusting their tax planning strategies. Permanent rules change calculations.
Infrastructure-related investment is also gaining attention. Construction activity is increasing. Family-owned businesses report greater stability. Succession planning is clearer. Estate planning activity has increased as a result. Families are planning further ahead. Clean energy workers face growing uncertainty. Employment levels may fall. Some regions are showing resilience amid the changes. Local strengths matter. The debate over the law continues. Opinions remain divided. As the story moves forward, the impact continues to evolve. The next chapter is already taking shape. Permanent tax rules are changing how corporations plan ahead. Long-term certainty shapes strategy.
Permanent tax rules are changing how corporations plan ahead. Long-term certainty shapes strategy.
Logistics and distribution companies are seeing strong momentum. Investment continues to accelerate.
Automation is accelerating across multiple industries. Efficiency gains are a major driver.
Certain regions are emerging as clear winners.
Investment clusters are forming. Certain regions are emerging as clear winners. Investment clusters are forming. Renewable energy companies are scaling back. Project pipelines are shrinking. Businesses are making tougher capital allocation choices. Returns now drive decisions. Local economies feel the ripple effects. Growth spreads unevenly. Early lessons are emerging from the law's rollout. Long-term effects remain debated. We now enter the final phase of this economic story. The conclusion is coming into focus. Analysts are now assessing the broader impact of the law. Early data is shaping conclusions. New data trends are beginning to emerge. Indicators are closely watched. Businesses are now in an adjustment phase. Strategies are evolving. Capital markets continue to monitor developments. Volatility remains contained. Business confidence remains cautiously optimistic. Sentiment is holding steady. Economic sectors are rebalancing under the new rules. Winners and losers are clearer. Workers are adjusting by moving between sectors. Retraining is increasing. Political reactions to the law continue to evolve. Debate remains active. Attention is turning to possible future revisions. Changes could still come. We're now in the final stretch of this story. The conclusion is near. Economists are weighing the overall balance of the law. Costs and benefits are under review. Federal revenue implications remain a focus. Deficit concerns persist. Updated business forecasts show mixed expectations. Outlooks vary by industry. Investors continue to reassess risk levels. Caution remains in some sectors. Workforce stability is being closely monitored. Employment remains uneven. Communities are offering mixed feedback. Local impacts differ widely. Lawmakers are drawing lessons from the rollout. Future policy could reflect these insights. Environmental outcomes are also under review. Trade-offs are evident. Public understanding of the law continues to develop. Information is still spreading. We are now nearing the conclusion of this analysis. Final takeaways are ahead.